Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Shadesville. Today we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas going off on Twitter after David Dobrik's apology video. A Vlog Squad member, Jeff Whitig, speaks out and calls out Trisha Paytas and the journalist, and Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein interviewed Jeff Whitig on live on the Frenemies podcast, and let's just say it didn't go well for Jeff.
Here we go.
For those who didn't know, David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad are facing a lot of backlash after an insider article was published on Tuesday that announced an allegation of SA from an anonymous woman, Hannah, as she goes by in this article, against a former Vlog Squad member, Dirty Dom, and David Dobrik was vlogging the series of events that led up to that moment. David's lawyers gave a statement about the whole situation to Insider, basically claiming that Trisha can't be trusted with her allegations because she's mentally unstable. David released his 2-minute apology video titled Let's Talk, talking about the sad situation and his jokes and pranks, but also turned his comments off, which left people wondering maybe he's a little guilty with all of this. Trisha Paytas wasn't having any of it. She went off on Twitter. Hey David Dobrik, hire new PR and new lawyers. How can your lawyers say you're not at fault when it's literally your video? Hey David Dobrik, remember when your lawyers try to discredit me because I have a mental illness? There's plenty of times on camera and on your podcast where I clearly say it's not okay. David Dobrik really just tried to shift all the blame on Dom. You sick. Jeff and Todd went and bought alcohol for the girls. That vlog shows them not into it and then cuts to them having. After Trisha tweeted this and mentioned Jeff Whitig, Jeff jumped in and responded to Trisha, denying all involvement. We didn't buy anything for anyone. I willingly called that reporter because I know I'm innocent in this situation. I'm not perfect, but I 100% didn't do what you're accusing me of, and I'm willing to go to any extent to prove it. Trisha then replied and said, how do you explain girls getting the alcohol? How do you explain how the girls had a change of heart, as David said in his vlog? What was the convincing that happened? You guys were there at the start of the vlog and end. Jeff replied and said, I can't explain what I don't know. I was there for 15 minutes. All I know is what you and only you are accusing me of is false. Jeff went on to release a statement on Twitter about what was alleged in the Insider article. Basically, he said that he wasn't aware at that time of the incident and doesn't condone in what Dom has done, and said he has no involvement with the situation. Jeff posted a video which no one was expecting, and the video is titled My Truth, where he talks about the night of David Dobrik's vlog where Dirty Dom allegedly SA'd a woman. He said neither of them knew Dom did anything non-consensual. He denies buying alcohol and says he's innocent in the situation. He also discusses Trisha Paytas' statement and calls her out for assuming he's the one who purchased the alcohol, and calls out Kat, who is the journalist, for publishing false information about him based on what Trisha said.
But in the article, it says that Trisha, she is saying that I supplied alcohol to loosen up the girls, which it just makes me angry because it's so not true. I willingly called Insider to clear my name and say this is complete bullshit. Trisha and I have had, we haven't been so friendly with each other in the past because of the breakup with Jason. I saw Trisha make videos on Jason and she was angry at him for whatever reasons. That's between them. I reached out to Trisha personally after all this, and I mean, I only knew one side of the story at the time. I only knew what she was saying online, and he was losing jobs, losing money, he was getting hate. To me, in my eyes at the time, it was taking food out of his kid's mouth. So however much attached my name is to this, it's just because I was the only one to speak. I talked to the reporter, and I told her that I had nothing to do with buying the alcohol. It absolutely was not me. I will go down to that liquor store, and I will dig for those tapes from 3 years ago to see who walked in the liquor store. I checked my credit card statement. I don't know how you prove that you didn't buy alcohol. The only one that was allegedly saying that I bought the alcohol was Trisha.
Jeff did an interview with Insider to clear his name. He accused Kat of taking the statement out of context, but once Kat found out, she fired back. Kat posted her conversation on Twitter about who bought the alcohol, and Jeff conveniently left out one of Hannah's friend, Sarah, as she goes by in this article. She was sober, and she also remembers seeing Jeff and Todd bringing the alcohol.
It's from Trisha. It's also from the other girls. Like, they remembered that David had asked Jason to go buy the alcohol, and then Trisha told Jason, like, don't buy the alcohol. And then they said that you and Todd left and came back with, like, a bottle of, I think, Jack. And I do know, like, I have, like, the video, like, I've watched the video, so, like, it was, like, you and Todd and, like, that whole group was there. I don't know, like, if you remember anything specific around that.
I did not. 100,000% I will take to the grave. They could take me at the court. I did not buy alcohol for minors.
There was a clip from I don't know what video it was. It might have been on like the barbershop series. There was a clip of you and Todd talking about how like you had gone to get it, but you didn't want to. So then Todd ended up getting it. Like,
I don't even think Todd was there that day, to be honest, but I don't even drink alcohol myself. I don't support it. You know, I mean, like, I'm not against people drinking, but, like, I don't have alcohol in my house. I don't, you know.
do you think it's
Just
possible?
straight up.
Yeah, I totally get that.
100% lie.
Yeah, I totally get that. I know Todd was there because like he's in the video and everything. Do you think it's possible that like Todd was the one who bought the alcohol?
I don't think so. But
Okay.
I know Todd drinks himself, and Todd drinks whiskey. So if you
Now, Ethan from H3H3 and Trisha Paytas was on live together on Frenemies podcast, and Jeff made an appearance to show his side of the story and address his recent video. And you guys, Ethan and Trisha literally went in on Jeff, and Jeff got caught in a lie like multiple times. To be honest, this live was really hard to watch. As they were discussing the allegations made against him, he basically tells them how he was just an associate, he has absolutely no idea what's going on, and they also talk about who bought the alcohol.
Who bought the alcohol? Did you and Todd go to the store to buy the alcohol?
No, 100% no.
But you said
So
Todd had bought
you're-
whiskey for himself.
Yeah.
Well, look, I could speak for myself, and you know, I
Okay.
know,
Go ahead.
I can't speak for anybody else.
Did Todd
I'm not
buy
here to
himself?
defend
Did
anybody.
Todd buy himself whiskey?
No, to my understanding, Todd didn't leave the apartment, and I know the girls say this, and it's so tricky because I
Was
don't
there
want to
alcohol at the apartment?
There was alcohol at the apartment.
Okay, there was alcohol at the apartment. We don't know where it came from.
I mean,
Did you know the
truthfully,
girls were underage?
No.
You said on
My
the phone call
understanding
that they
they
were
were
either
20
20 or
and
21
21.
years old.
Yeah, to my understanding, yeah.
So you did know that some of them were underage.
Well, it's 20 underage for drinking.
Yes, that's what I mean
Yeah.
by underage.
Yeah.
So you were aware that they were underage drinking alcohol there.
I didn't know which ones were drinking.
Okay.
You know,
Right, that's fair. But
like I didn't. I got to.
Jeff claimed that he was there for 15 minutes at that night and left early. But Ethan just straight up bodies him by showing a photo from the night of David Dobrik's vlog to Jeff. The photo shows that Jeff and the other Vlog Squad member were there the night of when the incident happened, and you can see the victim, Hannah, being held by her friends because she was blacked out drunk.
You know, this situation was 3 years ago, so I don't want to come on here and stutter and sound like I'm in a lie because I don't know. I don't remember the story exactly. This was over.
Well, I'm assuming you had time to refresh your memory by now. If you're going to go out and make that whole apology video. But let me ask you this. You say you were there for 15 minutes. Do you stand by that still?
No, I was there for probably 30, 45, but I did go home. I didn't stay.
Were you there the whole night?
No.
So you say you were there for 30 minutes. What I have here is a photo at the end of the night taken at 1:18 a.m. from one of the witnesses, one of the girls there. It has in it all of you guys outside, Todd, you, Jonah, David, and then what you see here is one of the girlfriends holding up Hannah, who was the victim, because she's blackout drunk. You can see her. So what this proves, and then I'm assuming you were there when the girls arrived. They arrived around 11, so that means you were there for 2 hours.
Okay. To my recollection, I wasn't there for 2 hours.
This
This
photo is timestamped at 1:18 a.m. This was given to me directly from one of the people.
And you're sitting next to me at the vlog when me and Jason are still there. We vlogged later that night at about 11:30 a.m. saying we left.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the night, and that girl's clearly
So this
being
girl,
held up.
so this is after the attack happened, right? She was puking and clearly very, very, very intoxicated, and you guys are all there. So I have a hard time believing that all the guys there, including you and David, and all you guys didn't know that this girl was like borderline blackout.
Well, I certainly wasn't there when they were having sex.
Well, sure, they were in a
Sex went
private
down.
room. You weren't in the room when they
No,
were.
I wasn't even in the apartment.
So you
I
were
wasn't around at all.
so you left and then you came back at the end of the night.
After he got confronted with the image, he backtracks and admits that he was actually there longer than he originally said he was. He maintained somewhat of a consistent story by saying that he was only an associate, and the reason why he was there longer than he was supposed to was because David called him. Most of the time, his story wasn't even adding up. Jeff kept covering and defending David and the other Vlog Squad members, and he kept discrediting the victim and Trisha Paytas as well as the journalist. The worst part was, Jeff admits that he didn't read the article because he didn't like that he had to pay to read it. So he made a 20-minute video about Insider's article that he did not read, and he claims the article is full of lies. Like, how is he going to publicly speak on something he hasn't even read? Anyways, guys, I definitely want to know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button because it really does help my channel, and subscribe for more tea and drama to be spilled, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.